Hey Tony, welcome to the man cave. Let's jam, bro.
You alright, mate? You ready to play some riffs and licks and all that, aye?
What the hell are refs and licks? I can't tell your E from your A.
What's some riffs and licks? We bit of scales, we bit of this, we bit of that.
I still can't understand. I wish there was something like subtitles or like a CC button.
Aye, that would be good. It's cool, man. Just pick up a guitar. I'm going to play some rhythm. You play some lead. Whenever you're ready, bro. The ukulele's over there, bro. We've all been in that horrible situation, right? You're a beginner guitarist, you're building some confidence, you're ready to go out and meet other musicians and play with them. In a musical way, of course. You're ready to jam, alright? But when you get there, you realise it's a little bit tricky. It's not as easy as you thought. You don't want to make a fool of yourself, alright? You might have some stuff down, but you might feel like you're going to mess up. And a lot of the time, you end up just playing the exact same thing that they're playing. You'll play the same chord progression that they're playing. You don't really know what to do. You don't feel confident yet as a guitar player. So by the end of this lesson, you will hopefully feel a lot more confident. And I can say that with confidence because a lot of my students have said this was a huge breakthrough moment for them. This was a huge aha moment. So make sure you've got your coffee, you get your whiskey, whatever it is, and you take this in because it might just be the most important guitar lesson you've ever learned. So let's set the scene, right? You walk into a room and your friend's sitting there with his guitar in his hand and he said, "Let's jam. I've got a chord progression, I'm going to play it, pick up the guitar, and play something along with me." And he starts playing this. Now, I've got a little guitar looper here with like 80 tracks on it, so I'm just going to select random ones, and, you know, I'll tell you exactly what I would do in that situation. So, got my guitar. Okay, so the first thing I want to do is figure out if it's major or minor, because that's going to make, you know, a big difference as to what I'm going to play. It's going to, you know, I'm going to need to choose the scale with that knowledge. So the best way to figure that out, you know, you can just figure out, does it sound sad? Does it sound melancholic? If so, it's probably a minor key. If it sounds happy, then it's generally a major key. So the best way to do that, if you're kind of unsure, is to sing "I Won the Lottery" with it. Right? It always works. I won the lottery. Yeah. I won the lottery. No, I didn't win nothing. So we found out that it's minor. So now we need to figure out what scale we're going to use. So the best way to do that, now you should be able to figure out the 12 notes on the fretboard. Now there are only 12 notes on the fretboard, or should I say the top string. That's all we're going to need for this. Alright, now there are only 12 notes on the fretboard. In case you don't know, A through to G. Okay, 5 of them have sharps and 2 of them don't. Okay, which makes 12. Okay, so B and E don't have sharps. If you remember, B, the word B, alright, those notes don't have sharps. Everything else does. So that means if you're climbing up the fretboard, you start with E, and then you go into the next note, right, which is F, because E doesn't have a sharp. B and E don't have a sharp. So you go E, F, F sharp, G, G sharp. There's no H. You go right back to A sharp, B, B sharp, nope. It's a C. C sharp, D, D sharp. And on the 12th fret, we're right back to E again. Alright? E, 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 A, D, E, and so on. Alright, so only 12 notes there. So what we're going to do is we're going to play the top string until the note that resonates with the progression the most fits, and then that's our key. Okay, so we're going to start with that. Do this along with me, right? Nope, sounds off. 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 Wait. Alright, A. So now that it's minor, I can start playing some minor pentatonic. Alright, a minor pentatonic this shape here, in case you don't know, I'll go over it very quickly. We've got 5, 8, 5, 7, 5, 7, 5, 7, 5, 8, 5, 8. Okay, that's the first thing. Play it. Okay, that sounds good. So now I know where I can start jamming. Now, I rarely play the scale like that. So this is the next thing that I want you to take note of, right? We can play it vertically, but I like to play horizontally across the fretboard. So when we get here, I want us to take 2 frets back, we go to 3, and we start here instead. We get 3, 5, 3, 5, up to 7. Okay, and I call this the three octave boxes. Okay, because this... Now, keep a note, 5 is our root note. We've got 3, 5, 3, 5, 7. And then we've got 5, 7, 5, 7. Again, 5's a root note here on the D string. Oh, sorry, 7. 5, 7, 5, 7, 9. And then 8, 10, 8, 10, 12. This is a much cooler way, it's an easier way, or a more fluid way, should I say, to play the scale, rather than up and down. It just feels better, alright? And there's a lot of cool stuff you can do with that. So we can start jamming, and now, what I would like to do, now remember, same boxes. The way to look at it is you're playing the exact same notes, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. They're the low notes, and then you get the middle notes, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then the higher notes, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exact same notes, but, you know, some are just higher, you know, different octaves. So rather than just take all those notes and start going crazy with them, you really want to start off simple. Again, you don't want to mess up, or it's alright if you mess up, but the best way not to mess up, or to mess up very little, is to keep it simple. Alright, so we're going to start off just with 4 notes. We're going to take the 5, 7, and 5, 7 on the D and G. And just see how creative we can be with those notes. And start to be melodic, start to think about what it's going to sound like before you play it. Alright, and again, we're going to focus around that root note on the 7th fret. And just start to phrase really simply. And I'm doing a few different things here, right? I'm like pulling off and hammering on. Things like that as well. And then G string here you can bend 7 and 5. Okay, I wouldn't really normally do that, I'm just trying to demonstrate. You don't need to go crazy. And of course, the more muscle memory you build with this, the easier it gets, you know. It took me quite a while before, you know, it felt comfortable for my fingers to do that. So just take your time and enjoy the process. Now, after you've kind of get comfortable with that, you can then branch out. Another part. And the best way to think about it is you can do this in the G string. You can do it here. Alright? Same notes. Alright, and then you can move back and forward. Now, that's all fine and dandy, right? And that sounds cool. But there's more to the pentatonic scale. There's the minor scale, alright, which is an extra 2 notes we can add in. So I would like to show you that, because it definitely adds a difference. So imagine the pentatonic scale here, and then we're going to add in a couple of extra notes down here. We're going to go, instead of going 8, 5, we're going to go 8, 7, 5, and then 8, 6, 5. When we get to 7, 5, we can go back to 4. And that's plenty for now. But adding those notes in really make a difference. So we're going to turn that into a little lick, right? So we can build some muscle memory with it. So we get 8, 7, 5, 8, 6, 5, 7, 5. Bring your index finger back to 4 on the G, and then slide on the D from 5 to 7 with your third finger. And of course, the more you practice it, the faster you'll get, and you'll be able to be a little bit more musical with it. And then you can do as well with this, you can just start coming back to notes. Hammer on. I love that little hammer on there. Start getting into the other parts of the scale. And then see what you come up with. Alright, so a little bit crazy there, but these are the kind of things you can start to do once you start building up that muscle memory with those extra notes. And if you're not playing something rock and bluesy all the time, it's good to know those other little notes to start adding some stuff in. So it's all about building some muscle memory, taking things slow, and slowly you'll see yourself, your fingers start to do some magic. But the next thing I want to talk about, okay, is it might not be rock, it might not be blues, it might be something happier, alright? It might be something poppy or country or something like that. So what we're going to do next is we're going to see what happens if your jamming friend is playing something happy. So let's find something on the looper. So, let's see. We'll go something different. Oh, there we go. Lovely. Okay. I won the lottery. I did. Yeah. Okay, so, major. Let's find the notes. The exact same process on the top string, right? Do it with me. No. Alright. That's sounding good. And that's the D note, right, on the 10th fret. Now minor. Actually doesn't sound too bad. But, to clarify this major, I want to play something a little bit happier. So what do? We go 3 frets back. Alright, so here on the 10th, I go 9, 8, 7. And then I'm going to play the exact same shape. Shape 1 of the pentatonic scale, but this time, I'm going to focus around the D note. Okay, which is here. On the 10th fret, on the B, or the E, sorry, and then it's the 7th fret on the G, and then the 10th fret on the high E. Okay, and this is the same system for any major pentatonic. The same root note is going to be in the same place. And then we can start making some stuff with that. Use the exact same extension. And in some cases, we can slide it into minor. I'm not gonna lie, I cut that part early because I screwed up. But that's what happens, right? You just play until you screw up, and then you get better and better and better and more confident at these things. So that's a lot of knowledge to take in, right? I'd crammed a lot in a very short lesson. So if you get any questions about that, then let me know below. But if you want to dive deeper into this stuff and you want to start calling yourself a guitar player, if you feel like a guitar imposter and you feel like that for a long time, then you can work with me, alright? I'm doing one-on-one coaching over 12 weeks, and I'm helping guitar beginners and imposters feel like true guitar players. So if you want to know more about that, check the little video here, and I'll see you soon. Otherwise, I'll see you guys in the next lesson.